If you've been up through the channel between 3rd and 4th Lake, surely you've seen the infamous Blues Brothers statues. They've been there for like 18 years, but this is their last year. We have the Blues Brothers owner, Mello Testo, with us this morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. What do you mean that the Blues Brothers have got to go?
That's what I was told.
Why?
Because they draw too much attention to the park.
Isn't attention a good thing?
For me, it always was. Yeah.
And how long have you owned the place that you're in now up at the camp?
We've been there 20 years. And we've paid our rent, we've paid our taxes, we paid our utilities, we obeyed all the rules. We turned a piece of property that was basically garbage into what we think is a beautiful site, along with many other people in the park.
I just saw the before and after pictures, and they're unbelievable.
That to me tells a story of how committed we are to a piece of property that we don't own. And make it clear, we do not own the property, we pay rent. And this has never been an issue until just this past couple of months, when the owners of the park that are unable to take care of it themselves for health reason hired a manager to come in and make some changes to make the park better, that we were told. But removing the Blues Brothers is not a thing that's going to make the park better. He was worried about drawing too much attention. Well, the removal of the Blues Brothers is going to draw way more attention than he could have ever imagined.
You posted it on Facebook a couple of days ago, and holy comments.
Yes.
Shares, everything.
I work for some people that would wish that they would have this type of response.
We wish we could get this kind of response.
It's phenomenal. I mean, comments from all over the country. When I walked in here this morning, there was over 82,000 people.
Wow.
Reached 425 comments as of this point, but you have sub-comments, 400 shares. So it's reached the whole country. The story that really gets me the most is the one from Houston, Texas. A lady put on there. I don't have her name in front of me, but
Christine.
Christine, okay, you do have the name.
That's my favorite comment out of that.
Do you want to read it?
She says, "No way. We're in Houston living through the hell of Harvey right now. We're flooded in our cul-de-sac, and a few days ago when the flooding started, big trucks could get through. Some were going too fast, pushing water into our homes, and my son said, we need the Blues Brothers at the end of the street and the no wake zone sign, just like we see in Old Forge." And now I'm reading this. So sad. Let them know the thought of those Blues Brothers brought us to good memories during the horrible time, and that to me would be positive attention.
And this comes from a family in Houston, Texas, experiencing flooding. How they got hold of this, I don't know. And to take the time to comment on it, I knew that they were popular, but I had no idea that they were this popular.
How many people do you suppose take pictures of those?
I couldn't even. We're up there almost every weekend, and not a boat goes by that's not videoing or snapping pictures. And we have to get out of the way because they don't want us. They want a picture of them. But we are in a bunch of them, and we can't help it, especially when we have a lot of people there. My job is just to sit there and wave at people.
And
tough
job.
They wave back. And, that's the enjoyment that we have up at that park. And we've been doing it for 20 years. And now this instance is going to probably take us out of there. The Blues Brothers are out. They're going.
Where are they going to, though?
Well, there's the thing. They're going to end up in Old Forge somewhere. I've had calls from a number of business owners already that would welcome them in a minute for the attention. I was going to bring them home and just put them in my yard or something, but they belong in Old Forge.
So I was going to ask, where did you get them?
I bought them in Myrtle Beach. We have a condo down there, and driving around one day, I seen them. And they arrived in 2 giant boxes. I brought them home, and I took them out of the box, and I said, they look big there, but they look even bigger now, and I hope they fit in the spot that I planned for them. I put them on my party barge. I stood them up on the boat. It was a crazy sight. And I pulled into my dock, and we unloaded them and placed them there 18 years ago, and we bring them in every winter, and people come by in fall to say goodbye to them. They'll be back in the spring. Well, that's not going to be the case next year.
I'm going to have to go. I've never seen them. I've never been up there. I'm going to have to get the last picture.
Yeah,
well,
if you haven't seen them, they're just so natural looking because they're both setting. Elwood's got his hands behind his head like he's kicked back, relaxed.
I've seen other statues of the Blues Brothers, but those don't work for what I wanted. This was perfect. Head back, relaxed. That's what the Adirondacks are all about, and that's why I thought they were a good fit.
And Ackroyd's known for hanging out in the Old Forge
area.
area.
There's someone, a good friend of mine, has tweeted Ackroyd, Jim Belushi, and Goodman. And if these guys get a hold of this, this could take on a whole new
This could
level.
get ugly.
Because they will be on a mission from God. I just did this because I wanted people to know that they were leaving.
Right.
And just to, okay, come and take a picture. I never expected the amount of comments and say, no, you can't let them go. And maybe the new ownership, because of all this,
Changed their mind.
changed their mind about that and a few other things. And then they could be heroes up in Old Forge area opposed to
Instead
being
of zeros.
zeros, yeah.